Hi everybody, welcome to Pilates Mat and Total Body Conditioning by Professor P. So that's my channel. If you like it, please subscribe to it. Let's see how it goes. If you're brand new to me, always listen to your body. If something feels off, I'm not talking about like a muscular burn. I'm talking about like a sharp pain, especially in the joint. You want to avoid that. You want to modify or change the exercise or just stop. We want to keep this injury free. I'm not responsible for anything that happens. You have to be careful. Listen to your body. And also, if you have an injury, don't do anything that you are not allowed to do. Even if it's part of the practice here, you eliminate it. So, thank you so much for viewing. I bring my arms up and down and up. Just spread your wings and feel the freedom of movement. Inhale. Now we inhale through the nose and we exhale through the mouth. This is not a yoga breathing practice, Pilates. And we try to hold the lower tummy in, not by holding your breath, but by using the muscles like a corset. 3 more times. 1, 2, 3, and make little circles. So these are actually big circles. So you're opening up the joints, being mobile, getting some blood flow, creating a little warmth in the body, and then stop and just do it the other way. We're just doing some limbering movements to start, get a little bit of energy flowing through the body. 1 more time, and shake it out. Circle the wrist, always good to do, and reverse it, circle the other way. And let's get started onto an all fours position, please. Knees are under your hips and hands are under your shoulders. Now, bend the elbows and let the elbows bow out to the side. Now, straighten the arms without blocking out the elbows and roll the crease, the eye of the elbow, slightly forward, so you're rolling under. It's like not out to the side, but it's tucking in and then rolling onto that shoulder. Spread your fingers wide and just practice a feeling of pulling the navel into the spine, what that experience is like to you. So let your belly hang out, let it drop. Now draw it in by exhaling through your mouth and pulling the navel back to the spine, as if you're zipping up a zipper here. And imagine a zipper from pubic bone to navel. Think of that. And again, we're going to stay here. Soften the elbows, bow them out to the side. Now straighten them, not 100%, but 90%. Roll the crease of the elbow forward. Press down on your palms, equal weight in your pinky finger and your index finger, your thumb. Now take a circle with the hips around, and we're going around counterclockwise first, please. If you have sensitive knees, please put a towel under your knees or double up your mat. You don't want a strain. And now I'm going to make it a little bigger, a little bit nicer for you to feel a flow. And now let's pause in a neutral position. Draw the tummy in once again. Now move the hips back to the left, forward and around in a clockwise manner. So you'll notice your elbows start to bend a little bit. That's exactly what should happen. And then one more time. And a little cat-cow. Draw the belly in and lift the chin and chest. Heart forward, tailbone back. And now exhale, pulling back. You're rounding your spine. All of the curves disappear. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, tailbone back. Exhale, rounding up the spine like an angry cat. Inhale, arch, looking forward. Lift your chin slightly. Exhale, draw the tailbone under. Drop the crown of the head toward the floor, that direction. Doesn't have to be dramatic. Could be subtle. Inhale, arching into the cow. Exhale into the cat. Last one through. Cow, cat, neutral, belly in. Tuck your toes under. Keep your tummy tucked. Pull it in. Navel presses back. And now lift your knees a small amount off the mat. Look straight ahead of you so you don't draw the shoulders up toward the ears. Hold 5, 4, lower the knees so they just hover above the floor. 2, and lower your knees down. Move the hips back and forward. Back, forward. Like you're sliding your abdomen across a table. Because we're moving continuously, we're not moving the hips all the way to the heels. We're just somewhere mid-range to get flow and movement and warmth. Now, go into your cat spine. That means you're rounding the spine, tucking the tailbone through and under. Tuck your toes under. Once more, press your palms down, look forward, lift your knees up a small amount. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Lower the knees an inch more. 5, and lower down. Move forward and back. Now arch the spine in cow. Stick your tailbone back, lift your heart, chin is forward and slightly up, tucking toes under. Lift your knees a little bit off the floor, not high. Hold for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lower an inch above the floor. 5, 6. Don't let the belly hang out. 7, 8, 9, 10. And stand on your knees and shake out your wrists. Good. Inhale here, draw the right leg back. Keep your tummy in. Exhale, knee to nose, rounding the spine. Inhale back. Exhale. You can point your toe for this one. Exhale. Inhale. Round up the spine, draw the knee forward. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and stop. Shift the weight forward slightly so the shoulders are above the wrists. Don't jam the weight down into the wrists, please. Lift up from the floor, like the floor was hot and it was pushing up toward you, your palm. Left foot back, point your left toe, lift it nice and high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale back. 3, 4, rounding up the spine. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Good. Walk your hands forward and just shift your hips side to side. Coming onto all fours, knees are over, underneath your hips rather, hips over knees. Threading the needle, look to the right, reach the right arm up. Try not to drag the right hip crease back with the right arm. Keep the right hip facing front. Exhale, draw the right arm underneath the left. And now let's do it again. Look to the right, but keep the right and left hips stable, facing forward like two headlights. Exhale. Threading under. Inhale. Exhale. Thread the needle. Inhale. Thread the needle. 4. Inhale. Thread the needle. 5. Lift up. Pause. Get your bearings. Left arm up. Left hip crease does not roll back with it. If that starts to happen, you can manually fix it. Look left. Thread the arm under. And inhale. Exhale. Number 3, number 4, and number 5, and come up and press back and front. Small, it's not the full range. Now, center yourself again, pull your abdominals up. You're pulling up from the floor, you're not letting it hang down, you're tucking in. and drawing back. Think of lift and suck it in. Right leg back, point the toes, right knee outside right elbow. Don't sag in your arms and shoulders. Exhale, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Left side. Ooh. And lift it up. Sorry. My knee cramped up here. Okay. Let's just press back for a while and just lengthen the spine before we do side 2. Coming up again. Lift the left leg up. And exhale, knee outside the arm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's flip it over. Okay. And let's take the legs bent, knees bent, and just draw forward. Now reach the fingertips behind you and lift your heart. Walk your hands forward, palms down, and lift up. Lift through the sternum. Forward, and back, and forward, and back. One more time, forward, and back. Let's take the knees into the chest and hug them in. And just draw side to side with your knees. Lift your head, neck and shoulders up. So you're nodding your chin down slightly, but you're keeping a space between chin and chest. And the shoulders come off the floor. Take your left leg out, extend it long, bring your left hand below your right knee, lift head, neck, and shoulders and heart. If your neck starts to tense up, you can lower your head. Right hand outside right ankle. Now, let the elbows splay out to the side here to keep an open chest wide across the collarbones. And let's switch. Right hand below left knee, left hand to the outside of the ankle, and switch, and switch, and switch. Now keep the movement contained in the tummy by pulling the abdomen in, pressing down toward the floor. Lift the chest higher so the neck works less and the abs work more. You can always lower your head, neck, and shoulders down at any point here if you start to feel strain or tension. Inhale, exhale, inhale. One more time on the right, on the left. Lift your legs up, head down, rock side to side. Bend your knees in tabletop and take your hands behind your head. And now extend that. Flex your feet and push the heels forward. Now lift your chin and chest higher and splay your elbows open, 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock position. Now let's take it into a bicycle. To open up the knee joints, this looks like you're not doing anything, but you're lubricating the knee joints and you're working a little bit into those tummy muscles. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and reverse it. So you're doing what you can here to maintain stability through that midsection. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs up to the ceiling. Lift head, neck, and shoulders up. Hands go behind the head. Flex your feet and walk the legs, but long strides. Lift the chest a little bit higher. These are our warm-up positions, so if they feel basic to you, it's because we're just starting out. Now the cat-cow with the knees off the floor would be a much more challenging position than with the knees down, but we didn't want to tax the body unduly in the beginning, so you have no energy left toward the middle of the class. Inhale, exhale. Now lower head, neck, and shoulders, and see if you can lower the heels down an inch or so lower than they were. Now lift head, neck, and shoulders up off the floor. Bring your arms forward. And now power up the arms. That's it. Inhale, exhale. Keep breathing. Keep working through this feeling of, when is this over? How many reps? As many reps as we do. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Lift your chest higher. 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold the arms back. Lift the legs. Lift the chest. Lower the legs. Lift the chest. Lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Head down. Tuck the chin down. Good. A little bit of energy expenditure, but it's worth it. Legs up to ceiling. Hands behind the head. Flex your feet. And now lower your left heel down, your right heel down. Lift the left foot up, the right. Left, right, left, right. So you're supporting your head with the hands, pressing the back of the skull into the palms. Inhale. Exhale, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10. Lower the head and keep the legs lifted. Open the elbows so much that the back of the elbows are on the mat. Now lift head, neck, and shoulders up. Right leg down, left leg down, right leg up, left leg up, down, down. Knees are straight and feet are flexed. You're pushing out through the heels. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Keep moving, keep breathing, keep processing what's happening in your body. Keep letting it register physically and emotionally. One more time. And bend your knees into your chest. Rock. Nice work. Let's lift the legs up in the air. Relax your toes. They're not pointed or flexed. They're bare. Now twist to the right. But keep the elbows open. I just brought my elbow in. I'm going to open my elbow out to the side. And I'm going to look left. Elbows remain wide, and look right. So you can bring the elbow to the knee, but this is a different position. Look left. Look right. My shoulders are slightly off the floor in a cervical curl. And I'm nodding my chin down a little bit to keep my neck long and, the cervical lift and the cervical curl. The lift of the shoulders up. The curl is the tucking of the chin slightly down. Looking left and right and left and looking right and left and lift and right and twist. And one more time. Now, like you changed your mind, which you will, you're going to lift up. Lift those legs up, right up to the ceiling. Ankles, knees, and hips are in one line. It could be a small curl in that lower back, which is normal. Don't chase it away. And now you're going to twist and lower your right leg down. And now twist. You're going to bring your elbow inside the knee. So instead of twisting that way with the elbows open, we're actually touching elbow inside knee. And twist. And twist. And twist. Keep engaging your tummy. Keep an active mind. Don't let the mind start to drift. What is it we're doing? We're rotating from the waistline, rib cage, and then the elbow to touch elbow to knee. Pick up the pace. Twist, twist, twist. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, knees to chest, legs up in the air. Now soften your knees and lift your legs up and lower your legs 1/3 of the way down. Lift. Okay, so now that we practiced 2, let's see if we can polish up some of the details. So once again, your tailbone is down. You're not lifting up like that yet. You're starting in a neutral position. Your abdomen is pulling in, like you're pulling from left hip to right hip bone, those 2 frontal hip bones, and right to left. Like it's a horizontal string you're pulling, and you're pressing back that navel. So you're pushing down with your tummy and across from hip bone to hip bone. The rib cage is down. You're not poking the ribs up. It's a slight insinuation downward and in toward the navel. The pubic bone is like an insinuation, as if you're lifting up and drawing the pubic bone up to the navel. So we're starting with the position to set up the movement correctly. Soften your knees so you don't lock out your knees. They don't have to be real bent, but not rigidly locked to strain your joint. Now pull that belly in. Exhale through your mouth. Cinch that belt tight across from hip bone to hip bone. Bring your palms flat down beside you. Bring your legs a little bit closer in toward you. I move my legs away from the knee over the hip position. Now I'm going to soften. I'm going to lift up as vertically, this comfortably as I can. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not going to do it perfectly. Lift up. Now lower the legs. We're going to do that 30 times consecutively. If you need to stop before the end, please do so. You can do it in parts, 2 sets of 15 or 3 sets of 10, or you can just stop in the middle and then wait for us to be done. Lift the head, tuck the chin slightly down. You'll feel the difference in the neck. Ready? We're going to lift up, down. Inhale, exhale. So 4. That was 5. Breathe out through your mouth. I'm going to breathe. So you don't have to have a lot of sound coming out through your mouth, but I want you to feel the difference, the inhale and the exhale. Inhale, exhale. 7, 8. If my counting is a little off, it's okay. Forgive me. 10. That's your first 10. We're up to 13. Breathe. Halfway through, 16, 17, 18. We've got another 10. If you need a break, you need a break. This is for all levels, so I try to give you enough information that you can modify with. This is fairly straightforward. 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, hold on to the back of your thighs, lift head, neck, and shoulders and heart. Now we're going to bend our knees out to the side, bowing them out to the side. And this is like a butterfly position for your knees. So pull your tummy in with 2 hands. Press your tummy tight across and down. Navel back, hip bone to hip bone, cinch that belt. Shh. Draw in toward the navel, squeeze. Think of lifting your pubic bone up toward your face even though you're not doing it. It's that feeling of lengthening the tailbone down and tucking your tail under even though it's not happening now. Then, make sure you're comfortable with your knees. Your feet are together. You're going to soften your legs. So you're not going to crunch your legs too much. I want this to be more abdominal than leg, but it's both. Lift up and down. It's similar to what we just did, but your knees are turning out. Changing the way you move. When you change the way you move, the muscles change as well. Maybe slightly, maybe dramatically. 7, 8. Want to really squeeze those inner tummy muscles, especially you've got the transversus abdominis, which is a key player in core stabilization. Breathe. Breathe. Let this be a smooth move. Think of like you're in the park and you're swinging a child. And you don't want anything jarring. You have a young child there, right? You're swinging gently in the breeze. That's the feeling I want you to get, to visualize that. Let's do 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, bring your knees in. Hands can go on your shins or behind your thighs. And rock a little bit left and right. Okay. Lift your legs right back up to the ceiling. Now, take your hands and press your tummy. And if you've got lower back issues, instead of lowering 2 legs down just like that, what I want you to do is to lower the right leg down a few inches and lift, and the left, right? So, but we're going to lower down a third of the way, a halfway down, and then hovering above the floor and lift. But for someone with a lower back, I would suggest you lower the right leg 1/3, halfway, and stop, and lift up. 1/3, halfway, stop. You can also put your hands under your pelvis to give yourself an elevation. 1/3, halfway, lift when we finish. So, for example, I'm doing it 1/3, half, just above the floor. You're doing, with hands under hips or not, one leg, 1/3, half. Instead of lowering down, you're just going to hold it and lift. That's your modification. You can also bend your knees and do it with a bent knee as well. Depends on the degree of dysfunction of the lower back and how little or how much. So if you have really a lot of tension in your lower back, you may want to bend your knee and keep the knee bent the whole time. That may be very good for you. So let's start from the beginning here. Pull your tummy in, press the ribs down. Think of the pubic bone pulling up and in, a tail being drawn between your legs. Here we go. Lower 1/3, halfway, lowering down as much as you can, and lifting up. Keep the tummy pulled in and tucked. 1/3, and we're approximating it, right? Halfway, nice and low, and lift up. 3 more times, okay? 1/3, halfway, low, 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 and smoothly lift your legs. 2 more. 1/3, squeeze tight. Halfway, keep that pulling in. Lower, 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 and lift up. Down, down. This one we're going to hold, lift the head up, lower the legs, reach the arms forward. Now, wherever you are, you're going to come up and lift. If you have a lower back issue and you're here or here, one leg is down, well, we started, this is the lowest you're going. You can lift your head, neck, and shoulders up and just stay there. And then do the other leg, so 1/3, and then you're down. And just stay there. Now, let's everybody who's doing the advanced form lower the arms behind you. Keep the legs low, look forward, and lift up. And then bring your arms back. Lift up and back. Lift up and back. Lift up and back. One more time, lift and back. And come up to sit. Okay, bring the knees into the chest and extend your left leg long. Take the right foot, place it above the left knee. The whole foot on the floor. Flex your left foot, press your heel away. Right hand right next to you or slightly behind you. Left arm rises and hook your left elbow outside your right thigh. If that's too much for you, just hold the leg and pull it slightly toward the left. Make sure you're fully grounded in that bottom left leg and your right foot is fully placed on the mat. Take a lift of the heart, lift up, and then twist. So there are two things going on. The long line of energy from the tailbone to the top of the head, the rising up of the spine, and the rotation that's happening from your waistline, your rib cage, your right shoulder, and then your head. The progression of rotation matters. Take a few breaths here, squeeze it a little tighter, look right, and then come center. Let's do the other side. Left foot above right knee, left knee into chest, let the spine become nice and long. Left hand either right beside you, right next to your hip, or slightly back. Press the left palm down to lift up. Now look at your bottom right leg. I have to fix mine and adjust mine. I let my toes roll in, and I'm making a self-correction here. Left foot completely on the floor. Right heel presses away. Let's start again. Lift up, and then you can have your elbow outside your knee if you did it on side one. Or your hand can hold on to that knee, and you're drawing slightly in toward the right, because you're rotating from that waist, rib cage, shoulder, then your head, and squeeze everything nice and tight. Make sure you get rid of all of the toxins in the body. Come center. Take your legs out long. Come down onto your back. Everyone with your hands under your pelvis, please. Lift your legs up behind you. Touch your toes toward the floor. Press your palms down and keep your hands underneath you as you lift up, heels, knees, and hips, and then lift the legs up overhead. Land on the back of your hands and lift up. Come down. See if you can touch the toes down to the floor behind you. Your hands, your right hand under your right butt cheek, left hand under the left. Squeeze your tummy, getting so much flexibility in the spine. Come up. And let's hold the love spring. Hold and scissor kick the legs. Your hands are still underneath you. Now hold the legs steady. Lower them down. Crisscross, crisscross, crisscross. Keep it steady. Keep it locked. And then bring your knees in. Hug the knees in and rock, rock, rock. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. And now we're going to lower your feet and walk your feet out a little bit. And see how your knees feel. Now walk your feet in and see how it feels. You're going to press down with both feet into the mat. And you're going to reach your arms up and you're going to touch your fingers to the floor. And come down. You're not lifting your butt. You're just lowering your hands and lifting them back up. Now the palms face the ceiling. The fingernails are down on the floor. You're going to lift your head, neck, and shoulders and touch the floor with your palm. And then you're going to lower the arms down. And lower your hands. Come back. Lower. 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, now you have an option to repeat that. If you're a beginner and you have lower back issues, that's exactly where you'll go. If you want to go into the next thing and you're feeling fine, you can press down and rise up. And again, up. This is not the easiest position to keep the toes on the floor and the heels. It takes some concentration, which up and back. Rolling up off the floor. Yes. Shh. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and stop. Hands go behind the head again, and lift the right shoulder, the left shimmy, 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 so the shoulders are off the floor. Left elbow, the right knee 15 times. Twist and lower down. Exhale. Breathe. Number 4. 5. Keep going. 7. Shh. Breathe. 5 more after this. That was 10. 1. That's it. Keep that rotation. Keep both hips flat on the floor. And 1 more. Lower the head. Right elbow, left knee across. Ready? Go. Exhale, inhale. So you're opening the right elbow down to the floor and then rotating, lifting up, keeping the lower abdomen still tucked and strong. Number 5. 6. Make it a very fluid movement. 9. Make it look like it's nothing. 2. 13. You got 1 more. And down. And bring your knees together, feet apart, and just rock your knees. Now, you're welcome to repeat that again, or you can take the legs out long. Straighten them out. Open the elbows, and elbow to knee with the right leg extended up toward the ceiling with an exhalation, and then inhaling, lowering it down to the floor. Let me demonstrate. So you're lifting the right leg and you bring your left elbow inside your knee and you're lowering down to the floor. We did it before with a bent knee, like this. This is with a straight leg. So let's take arms outside, broaden across that chest. Press the lower tummy slightly down, but that arch in the spine right here stays intact. Keep it the way it's naturally supposed to be. It's normal having that curve. In the old days, we thought we had to always get rid of that curve, and we found out, no, that's not the way to do it. So take an inhale here and lift the right leg up. And twist and lower. Breathe out through your mouth and through your nose. Six, 8. You've got, okay, right here, 5 more. Exhale, inhale, 2. Keep that rotation strong. 2 more. And now the last. Okay. Open the arms. Hands go behind the head once more. Right elbow to left knee. You know the deal. You know what's happening, what to expect. Take a deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale, go. And make sure you're moving that right elbow down to the floor. Maybe you're looking in that direction as the elbow lowers on this side because you're really more confident in your movement. You've done it in one side. This is your second version of it, 8. Just because we're moving continuous doesn't mean we're rushing through. 3 more. You've got 3 left. 1, 2. Okay. Bend your knees. Let your knees touch. And your feet spread wide apart. And bring your knees into your chest. And make a circle around. Bring your knees into your chest, forward to the outside, and back into your chest. Around, around, Make sure that you feel like you're moving your legs and your legs are not moving your arms. So in other words, the muscular work is in the arms rather than in the legs. So you're gently guiding your knees apart. Now bring your knees in first, and then bring the legs to the outside and bring the knees forward. Into the chest, out to the side, around to the front, and in. Very gentle with those legs and very active with the arms so that you're stirring the knees. You're feeling a nice opening in your lower back and pelvis. 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Take your legs long and reach your arms up to the ceiling. Flex your feet. Now, as if your legs were between 2 railroad tracks. If you looked at yourself from the ceiling, you would look like the number 11. Now, what I want you to do is press your fingernails down, palms up, arms are overhead, very long, pressing away from those armpits to the fingertips. Now, look up with your head and look up a little bit more. Make sure your feet are parallel with the toes facing directly upward. So you would look like a number 11 with your feet flexed. Now, reach the arms up to the ceiling. A lot of gut to get off the floor, so smoothly roll up, lift your arms up, and then round your spine. This is called a spine stretch forward. It's not a seated forward fold where you're hinging forward. It's a rounding like a cat spine. Reach the arms up and then roll down slowly until your arms are back overhead with the fingernails down. We're going through a full range of motion roll up with straight legs. Flex your feet, dig your back of your heels and your thighs into the mat. Reach the arms up, shoulders are wide. Exhale, roll up, lift up to the heavens, and then round over. Reach your arms up, and then roll down as smoothly and as gracefully as you can make it. Reach the arms up, squeeze and lift, and dive into that forward fold. But it really isn't a forward fold. It's into the spine stretch forward. That's what I should say. Lift up and go into that spine stretch forward and rise up and roll down. And do that again. Reach up. When you're coming up off the floor, it's where you have to actually squeeze your gut more. And again, reaching up and floating into it. And coming down and up and smoothly roll over those legs and come back up and down. 1 more and reach up. This time you're going to stay lifted. Open the arms out. And you're going to twist to the right and then lift. Oops, I'm getting into my furniture here. And twist to the left. Come up. Rotate to the right, right arm back. Arms up, and then rotate to the left. 1 more time, twist from the center, back up, and twist. This time you're going to take a forward bend. Bend your knees so you have a little room to make it shelf for your chest. Slide forward, lengthen the spine, and bring your chest forward and slightly down. And then you could remain with your knees bent. You can bend them even more. We can straighten them if you feel so inclined that you're keeping a length in the spine, you're not collapsing inwardly, and just feel that. So you're digging the sit bones into the mat. And just pause here to get a little bit of the flexibility into the body. Feel your legs stretching out, your spine, feel the hips wide. And come back up and reach your fingertips in and lift your sternum up. Look up at the ceiling. And then come to vertical position. Reach your arms out to the side. Fingers are pointed and your fingers are together. You're going to twist to the left. Bring your right elbow outside your left thigh. Come back up, twist a little bit deeper and come center. Sit up tall. If you cannot sit up you like this, roll a towel underneath you. Get an elevation so you can lift up the body. So you can do that. Always keep a towel next to you in this class. If you perspire or you need it for assistance and roll underneath you, please get in the habit. If you're going to be taking this class, have a towel. Twist to the right, left elbow outside right knee, dip down, come up, twist a little bit more. And repeat to the left, right elbow outside left thigh, left arm stays lifted, lift up, twist. Come back to center, twist. You're dipping down, coming back up. Twist, elbow outside knee, come up, and center, and twist. Come back up, and twist. Elbow outside knee, come up, twist a little bit more. One more time. Dip down, come up, twist. Now just twist side to side. Your hands are approximately shoulder level, maybe a slight inch or two below the shoulders. Keep the sitting bones down so you're moving straight across the body. You're not using anything else but the waistline. 4, 3, 2, 2, and 1. Bend your elbows out to the side in a goalpost position. Elbow outside of knee and lift. And twist, open, twist, open. So you're really getting a long spine here. Rotate elbow outside of knee and back to that goalpost. You're wide across the chest. Exhale, inhale, twist, twist, and lift. Twist, lift, twist. One more time. The last. Lift up. And then you're going to swing the legs around very carefully so that with your body, want to be gentle in your transitions. And you're going to slide down onto your abdomen very slowly. And you're going to press down with your palms and lift your chest. Now, if you have a very compromised back, if this is too much, you just drop yourself down a little lower to the floor and walk your elbows out a little bit more in front. Maybe that would help. If you're not, if you're feeling okay here, just let these toes press down, the toenails press into the mat. Lift your chest. Now from here, you're going to twist to the right and look over your right shoulder and come center. And twist, look over your left shoulder and lift. And twist and lift and twist and lift. Look right, center, look left, center one more time, right, center and left. Extend the arms back, palms facing up, bring your big toes together and press your pelvis forward. Now press the palms down into the mat and slide them back. So your fingernails are on the mat, they're next to your legs, your hands, your arms. Now you're pressing backwards and you'll notice the chest rises, the shoulders rise, right? If you keep pressing back, pushing back with your fingers, moving your hands back to your feet. Then lift your chest up, lift up a little higher. Use the fingernails, the back of the hand for leverage to lift your chest. Now straighten out your neck by looking slightly down and lift the right leg up, point the toe. I'm not lifting high and lower. Now lift the left leg up and lower. Right leg up, lower, left leg up and lower. Now lift your chest, roll the shoulders back, press the fingernails down, lift your legs. Now lift your arms up off the floor in locust. Hold. Lower your toes, lower the back of the hands, and lower the chin down and rock. Move side to side. Chin down. Now, press down on the fingernails. Slide the fingers, the hands back. The fingers are coming back toward the feet. Press down on the fingernails and back of the hand. Lift the chest up. Lift the chest a little bit higher. Roll the shoulders back so you're getting more width across from shoulder to shoulder. Now, right away, lift 2 legs up. Lift your arms up and hands. This time, interlace your hands. If it's possible. If not, don't. Press the palms together, lift the chest higher, lower down, bring your forearms and elbows down, and come up to the shoulders under elbows. Walk the knees in and tuck your toes and lift up into dolphin. Now lower the hips in line with the shoulders. Draw the shoulders back. Don't sag in the shoulders and sag in the hips. Separate your feet a comfortable distance apart. And then lower the belly so the shoulders and hips are lined up. Now lift your hips, pull your abdominals in, and hold. Try not to sag. Try to pull the tummy in. Press through the heels and make it a really active plank pose. Lift the right foot up, hold, and lower. And then lift the left foot up, and then lower. And bring the left knee down, the right, and swing the legs around. And roll onto your back with your knees into your chest. Stay focused and rock side to side. Lift your legs up to the ceiling and circle around clockwise fashion. Now, if this is not comfortable, bend your knees and make it a very small movement. If you're comfortable with the legs extended, lower down and circle around. Try not to rock off those hips. Try to keep everything stable by drawing that tummy tight, using your gut to keep everything in place so you have leverage. So let's circle clockwise to the right and down. Keep moving. 4. So here's the breathing. Inhale down, exhale up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're moving conservatively. This is not an intensely advanced move. Bend your knees. Re-extend your legs. Let's go counterclockwise. Inhale and exhale. Moving through with precision, with care. Four left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift your head up and then bring your palms down beside you. Lower your legs down. Reach your arms back. Look up at the ceiling. Hold. Stay focused. Lift the chest higher. Lower the legs an inch. Lower the legs a little lower. Lift the chest. And then lower your feet down. Knees together, feet apart. Let's take a simple twist. Bring the knees together. Open the arms wide. And let the knees fall to the left. Lift your left leg up. Bring your left heel outside your right thigh, right below the knee, the side of the knee. Press that left heel into the flesh of the right outer thigh, just right above that knee. So you're not in the middle of the knee, of the thigh. You're down toward the knee line. And now looking over your right shoulder, pressing that left heel down into the flesh as much as needed and wanted. So you're very careful how much pressure you put into that. But this is not a very advanced, intense thing unless you have lower back issues and any kind of twisting aggravates it. Well, then don't do any twisting at all. Just stay with your knees to your chest and maybe do a rolling side to side while you wait for us to catch up and finish. Come back center and switch. Bring your knees together, feet apart. And then let's take the knees down to the right. Lift the right leg up and cross the right ankle. Your right heel comes outside your left thigh, right below the side of the knee. Lower the right knee, look over your left shoulder. Let the fingers just dangle, kind of like soft hand positional grip. Looking left as you dig that heel into the side of the thigh. Your knees are going over toward the right, you're looking left. It will give you that extra torquing action through the center. Come back to center. Move the knees side to side. Now bring your right knee over your left like you're sitting in a chair and you're wearing a dress and you don't want your knees apart. Lift both legs up, hold on to your shins, and sway a little bit right and left. Now release your hands and lift your right hip up, move it slightly to the right. Bring your knees to the left. The right knee's in line with the hip or slightly higher. You're extending your right arm out to the side. Palm faces up. Left hand can be outside the right thigh or on the floor. And you're looking over your right shoulder. And you're relaxing into the rotation. The twists happen to release all of this toxin, but it also resets the spine in a way. Come center. Bring your left knee over your right and lift your right foot up as your left foot is up. And just hold on to the shins, drop the chin down, maybe sway. And then lower the right foot down, lift your hips up and move into the left slightly. And go down into that twist. Left arm can be out to the side with the palm up. That'll open up that arm. You can have the palm facing down, but that kind of closes things off there. Right hand can be outside your left thigh or on the floor. And look over your left shoulder to get the good twist in that hip and lower back and waistline. You're stretching out the arm and the shoulder a little bit here. Couple of things going on here that are nice, that reset the body, that calm down the mind. And then roll onto your back and cross the legs. Bring your knees as wide as your shoulders and out. Now we're going to do a rolling like a ball. So lift your legs up, take your hands under your calves, bring your fingertips to the front of the shin, lift head, neck, and shoulders up. You're in a tucked in tummy position, rock forward and back. 4, 3, 2, 1, come up. And bring your knees up toward the ceiling, turn your toes out, and just drape your body and round. Let the top of the head round. We're in a rounded shape here, kind of like a cat spine. And then lift your chin up. Now, as if you're in a cow spine, you keep your toes up and start to walk your arms forward. Come down onto your forearms and elbows. Keep your knees bent. Lift up, lift your elbows, and then lower your elbows. Lift up, down, up, down. Now walk your hands forward to the degree they want to go. Drop the head down. And see if you can straighten the back of the knees a little bit and widen the legs or narrow them. And relax. Try not to let the knees roll in too much. And you're going to start to walk your arms forward and hands crawling forward and seeing where you land. If you need to bend your knees, please do so. If you're more upright, honor and respect that. That's where your body is today. That's where it needs to be. Walk your hands out as much as you want to in front and then find your maximum expression of the position. Don't collapse inwardly. Keep a lift. Think of engagement. Now walk your hands over to the right, inside the right leg. Straighten your elbows. Lift your chest. Keep that left sitting bone down. And then start to move your chest down toward the floor. And see if you can really feel the length on the side of the body. Walk your hands center and inside your left leg. Lift your chest, straighten your elbows. Right sitting bone really press down as much as you can. And now draw the chest down toward the floor inside your left thigh. And let it register what's happening in your body. Should feel good. If it's not, back off, soften it. Bend your knees and come more upright or come out of it completely. Come back center for one more pass into it. And now come up. Lying on your side. We're just going to do a simple lateral lift. Bring your right knee directly above your left knee. Left shoulder right above your left elbow. You can come down to the floor like that. If this is not good for you today, right hand behind the head. Point the toes slightly down. Relax the foot, lifting up with this part of the leg. So the right knee is above the bottom left. And lift. 3, 4. We're not going to be here long. We're ending the class in a little bit. 7, 8, 9, 10. And keep going. And you're going on and on. 17. Try not to cave in on the left side. One more time. Now bend your knee. Draw the knee down. So you're rolling the knee down and in, getting that rotation in the hip. Now bring your toe, your heel to your heel, and your knee faces up. Rotate, open. So it's an internal, external rotation. Keep going. We have a little bit more left. Keep that rotation fully working. But be very graceful and gentle with the body. Coming up, switching sides. Okay, take your left leg in front, knee over knee, left elbow back or you're down on the floor as I showed you before. And lift up from this part of the leg. Think of this string attached to the middle of your side of your thigh. And like a puppet, you're lifting up. Someone was controlling the leg lift by pulling up the left side. Lift up, knee over knee, left knee above bottom right. Keep the left shoulder back, the right palm down, the right forearm and elbow pressing into the mat. It's a very smooth action here. And lift. And your abdomen, you're conscious of it. You're not squeezing totally tight, but you're aware of it. You're pulling back toward that spine again. You're keeping your tummy involved. So that the tummy lifts the leg, because the more you squeeze the tummy, the lighter the leg will become. You'll see that. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bend your left knee. Rotate the knee down to touch the bottom, the left knee, rather. Did I say right? The left knee rolls in, touches the bottom right, and heel to heel. Rotate in, rotate out. It's a rotation of the hip. 5, 6, 7. So see how you feel on this side as opposed to the first side. There are always differences because we're right-handed and left-handed. We have certain habits, the way we carry things, the way we move through life. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very nice. Come up. Use your arms. And now we're going to cross the right ankle in front of the left and lift your arms up. And then just lift your chest And just allow your arms to come down and the fingertips to touch the floor. Try to lengthen the top of the head away from the tailbone. You're lengthening forward and widening across those hips and lower back. So you may feel it in several different places here, and that's okay. We can do things that stretch out in multiple body parts. You can't really isolate one thing anyway. And there's no magic there. It's about body biology, how things move, and anatomy and physiology, all of that. And then walk forward. And now come up, and let's change your crossing. Left ankle in front of right. Arms out to the side, lift up. And then bring your fingers forward and down. And see where the tightness lies, if there's tightness, tension. And just breathe life into it. Just let it go. Don't hold on to it. Let it go. Just say, okay, my hips are tense today. I don't know why, but that's okay. I'm noticing that. I'm attempting to relax them. Just tell them to relax, and you'll notice if you don't get stressed, oh my goodness, I'm so tight today. If you just accept it and say, well, I need a little more stretch there today, you'll find that that'll go a long way. You'll relax out of the tension coming up. The mind is a powerful tool. You don't even realize how much. Now, the next position, I want you to hook your fingers with, right underneath your big toe. So you're holding your toes with your fingers. Lean back and extend your legs in a straddle teaser, holding on to your toes. Or if you can't reach, hold on. You can bend your knees. You might have to do that if you're tight behind the thighs. A lot of people are. It's not uncommon. And lift your chest. Let's stay here and hold this position. Gather up the strength from within. Feel a long line of energy in the body. Stay lifted, stay focused, stay positive. Bring the legs together and apart. You're still balancing. You're not directly on the sitting bones. You topple over. You're behind those sit bones. The toes are turned out and the heels are coming in, and you're moving the legs in and out. Processing all of what's happening in the body. Now you have a choice to bring your arms forward or behind you. If you have a lower back issue, bend your knees, lie down on your back, and just do traditional lifts. And now coming up where we were, reaching your arms out, and we'll bring the legs together and apart, and we're going to cross the wrists and the ankles. Oops, I'm toppling back a little bit. You have to be behind the sitting bone. Let's do this one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down and just drape your body over and extend the legs. And we're going to finish with a seated posture. And sit up. And now bring your right hand outside your left ear. Tuck your head to the side. Stretch and bring your opposite hand, the left hand, down to the floor. And this is the last thing we're going to do, so let's do it on the other side and finish strong. Hand outside ear. And come center. And thank you so much for your participation. And I'll see you soon. A good, good, good week. You didn't record it?
Oh, it's recording. I just I'll have to cut this end. I don't know what it's doing right now. It's doing something right now. I don't know what.
Did we end the meeting?
Oh, it's still recording. I have to trim the end. I don't know what it's doing right now. It's being a computer. It's doing whatever it wants to do right now. I don't know what it's doing. Oh, there it comes back. Now we can stop. I'll trim it at the end.